Hey guys, my name is Chris and I welcome you back to my channel. I hope that wherever you are staying safe and healthy. Today, I just wanted to take a few minutes to go over some topics that some of you have had questions on in the past and that some of you may now be wondering about. I've not touched on these individually before, and so I just compiled a short list of topics that I thought would be helpful for my channel and would enlighten y'all a little more what our overall financial picture looks like. So the first topic I've written down here is health insurance. So one thing you never see talked about in my budget videos is health insurance. We budget for everything else, but you never hear of this. And the reason for that is because our health insurance payment is deducted from my paycheck before I even get paid. So I budget with what's actually deposited to my account. But we do have health insurance though. We have dental, vision, and medical. I don't know the specifics of each one right now. I do know our medical insurance is for in and out of network. So that gives us a little more flexibility with regards to that. We have pretty decent vision insurance. I'm not completely happy with our dental insurance. However, it's something, and we do use it a few times a year, even if it's just to have our teeth cleaned. All right, so each paycheck of mine, I pay $213.75 per paycheck for these coverages. And these coverages include, of course, myself, but also my wife. So for the two of us, 213.75 times 2 equals, so on a normal month where I'm paid bi-weekly, I pay $427.50 a month for health insurance that includes medical, dental, and vision. It's pretty pricey, as you know. Of course, those of you that have kids, this probably seems really, really cheap. And some of you who are not, or some of you who do not get your insurance through an employer probably even have to pay more. I'm not sure how that works. But this, again, is what I pay per paycheck for our health insurance. So that pretty much covers that subject. And as always, guys, feel free to leave me questions in the comment section or anything you want to. If you're confused about something or I've not really discussed it well enough, I'll be glad to help you out and answer your questions. So the next topic I want to cover is retirement. So as of, I want to say March of this year, when COVID was coming about, we had been contributing to our retirement accounts. Both my wife and I both have 401k accounts through our employers. Anyway, when COVID came about, we were kind of panicking about things and not really wanting to have any extra money going out of our paychecks. So around March or so, I stopped contributing to retirement on both my wife and I. And at that time too, I thought that, you know what, we're still in debt. I wanted to get back to following the Dave Ramsey plan. And one of the things he teaches when you are in debt, which is baby step 2, he calls it, you are not contributing to a retirement account. That comes later in the game. And once you have no debt, you're able to give a lot more to your retirement each month versus having those debts. So anyway, we stopped contributing to these accounts around March, and we've not been putting any money to them since then. The only money that's being added to those are, changes in the market. And then both my wife and I have a retirement loan that we pay back with each paycheck. And so that we're paying ourselves back those loans that were initially taken, plus the interest on those. So I guess that is a positive thing. But anyway, collectively, my wife and I currently have a balance as of today of $47,472.59. And I'll write collectively. So after we are out of baby step 2, all of our debts are paid for except our house. We will then go on to the next baby step, which is piling up a large 3 to 6 month emergency fund that Dave Ramsey talks about into our savings account. And I believe it's either baby step 3 or baby step 4, or maybe around the same time. I'll have to go back and look. We will start putting a combined 15% into our retirement account, or whatever we're allowed to contribute at that time. And by doing that, we will be able to catch up to where we need to be. Both my wife and I are 34 and 35, so we still have some time left before we retire. However, we need to, we want to get this debt cleared out ASAP, so that we will have all the time we need to build our retirement accounts up, so that when retirement age does come, we will have a nice nest egg for us. So that is that. Going on to savings. Now, this is one I have kind of bounced around, and when I'm doing my budget videos, I talk about balances in our checking accounts, balances with our, different balances, but I've never talked about what our savings is. So our savings also includes our emergency fund. So again, going back to the Dave Ramsey plan, when you are in debt, Dave Ramsey recommends having an emergency fund. This is baby step 1 of $1,000. Well, right now we have a total of $7,000 in our savings account. So actually, you could say we have $1,000 emergency fund and then $6,000 savings. So the reason some of you may be wondering, well, why don't I take $6,000 of this and apply it to our debt and then leave the $1,000 there for our emergency fund? And that would be the way to go, the Dave Ramsey way. However, I'm, at least right now, comfortable having this amount in my savings account. I'm trying to pay debt off through our income. If at some point I find it's taken too long to do it that way, I may then talk with my wife, and then we may decide that we want to take more out of our savings to put toward our debt. However, right now, we just want the money to sit there and have that nice little bit of cushion that's over the $1,000. Because even though $1,000 is nice to have, and it's, it helps with some things, some things are a lot bigger than $1,000. And then, God forbid those things come up, then, you're put into a bind, or you're forced to use a credit card or something else. So that is what we currently have in our savings account. I'm not adding any more to this account right now. I'm going to throw any extra money we have right now at our debts, so that in the next maybe 6 months, we will have all of our debts cleared, except for the house. We will get to a point in the baby steps where we start throwing additional money at our mortgage to pay the house off early, but that's later on down the line. And right now we're just trying to get to where we have no debts, and we have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund built up in our savings account. So I just wanted to go over these topics with y'all. I hope I explained them well enough so that you understand why or what we have going on with our picture, why our savings is where it's at, why I'm not messing with it right now, and then our retirement. Some of you wondered if we had any savings put aside for retirement, and as you can see, we do. However, we're not putting any toward that. I hope I explained that well enough. Again, guys, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. As always, I appreciate y'all's support. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.